Okay, to add an assignment, what we're first going to do is get to the Teacher Gradebook Assignment tab. And there's a few ways to get here. So if you were working in your sections to add categories, then you'd be on this tab. You can switch to this one. If you were in your gradebook, you would just click on the Assignments button and it would get you to here. But no matter how you get here, what you're going to do is select your course section that you want to add the assignment to. Now, if you want to add this to multiple course sections, that's fine. Add it to one first, and then we can copy the assignment later to others. So select the course section, make sure you're in the current 6 weeks, and then you'll see down here on yours all your assignments that you already have listed, added, and then you're going to click on the Add button. When you click on the Add button, then it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like this, where that you can then fill in these things. So let's talk about these things briefly. First, you're going to select the category to which the assignment belongs. So if you're using all work, that would be the only thing there. When you click right in here in this category, you should only see the categories that you have set up previously. So if you're seeing others there, that means you haven't deleted the other categories yet. Next, give the assignment a name. Now this assignment name needs to be unique to this course section for this 6 weeks. So be specific in the name so that you're not repeating an assignment throughout the 6 weeks, repeating the assignment name. Next, it's going to default to today's assign date. Now the assign date really doesn't matter a whole lot except for letting students know it was assigned on this date. As far as Frontline is concerned, what's more important is the due date. This due date determines which 6 weeks this assignment is going to fall into. So if I chose a due date, let's say that was January 15th, then it would bump this back to the 6 weeks, okay, rather than the 6th. So choose the due date. That determines where this belongs in Frontline. The alpha grades only, that's going to be no for most people. Okay, so unless you are an art, PE, music, orchestra teacher in elementary, then that would be a yes. But remember, all these values are getting defaulted from what you set up with the category. So the scale value, this is really what are you grading out of? So most teachers grade out of 100, but let's say you have an assignment where you're grading out of 20 points. Then you would put a 20 here. Regardless of what you put here, then it's going to really calculate this based on percentages. But it is easier to explain to students and parents if this is just a 100 here. The maximum value, this will keep you from accidentally entering some kind of data that is out of range. So in this case, this assignment has a maximum value of 100. Now, if you're going to give some bonus points, you need to keep that in mind because you might have 5 or 10 bonus points, in which case you would put a 110 for the maximum value. That way, when you're entering scores, it would see that as a legitimate value. Otherwise, it's going to come up and say, hey, this exceeds the maximum value. The number count, this is very important. The number count, by default, is going to read whatever you set up your category, which is probably going to be 1. But you might have some assignments, like maybe a quiz counts twice for you. Then you would make that 2 here. Now that counts twice in reference to anything within this category. Okay, so keep that in mind. The number count is how many times it goes in the grade book, if you will. The consider for high-low grade drop. This is the question of, does this assignment meet the eligibility requirements for it to be dropped? If you want this to be able to be dropped, if that's the student's most damaging score later, then you would put a Y here. Otherwise, you'd put an N if there's an assignment like a test. Maybe you don't want to drop any tests, so you'd put no. This extra one here for extra credit, assignment for extra credit only, you're going to leave no unless it truly is an extra credit assignment. If you put a Y here, that means it's not going to damage any grade of a student that doesn't have a value for this assignment because it's going to be marked as EC or extra credit. Okay, the gradebook grading cycle will default to the current grading cycle, but this due date is going to really determine where it falls in the gradebook. The attachment is something we really don't encourage teachers to use since we have Canvas where we can put files and attachments. But there are notes that you can attach here, which once again, you can do that in Canvas as well. Here's where if you wanted to copy an assignment to different class periods, you would do it. You could do it here rather than the other tab that I pointed out before. And then this import column, we're going to skip that for right now because that really goes beyond the scope of basic gradebook understanding. And so that's how you enter in assignments. Now, as you enter in these things, it saves automatically. So there's not a save button here to go to. So at this point, you have entered an assignment. If it had an assignment name, which you know is required because of the asterisk, then this would appear in the gradebook.